Hey there guys, so today we are looking at the Seiko SRPE29 and the SRPE31K1. Now these are essentially, I would like to call them analog Arnis, but they are sort of a mixture between the Seiko Arni, obviously albeit minus the digital layout, and the Seiko Tunican dive watch. Now, one would say, and let's clear this up before we start this, Tunican would indicate that this is a little bit of a hockey puck and is quite a difficult watch to wear. That is not the case with this watch. And I've put some photos up for you so that you can see it. This watch is extremely wearable, albeit with the fact that it has a 43mm case diameter. Now, in terms of the watch, it's actually quite square in its dimensions, and what I mean is 43mm across and 44mm high, and that is with the advent of these barely there lugs. As you can see, they're much smaller and less pronounced than your typical watch. This watch, as I mentioned, like I say, we're looking at the 31K1 and the 29K1. So this is the 31. I'll just put this down for a second. Now the 31, I'd like to refer to that as the navy version. And I mean that because it has this sort of bluey grey finish, which would indicate, sort of a similar colour to what you see on battleships and what have you. So I'd say this is the navy version of this watch. Let's get to details. As I mentioned, 43mm across, 44mm in length, and 12.7 I think it is in height. So not particularly high. And as you can see, the bezel there is available to be moved at the 9 through 6 position and the 12 through 3 position. Now I really like the movement on this bezel. It's very, very smooth, not much play in it, and oops, I have to go around again, and it's just really nice to fiddle with. The bezel is not aluminium, it is not ceramic, it's dare I say it, like an acrylic or a plastic, and it has this really nice matte tone to it, which sort of offsets the Hardlex crystal. Now the Hardlex crystal is anti-reflective, and the steel on the case, I would say it's anodized as opposed to PVD, and it does have a hard coating or Duratec coating on it. Inside the watch, 4R36 movement, so 40 hours of power reserve and roughly 45 seconds per day accuracy, plus or minus. Again, luck of the draw, most people will get much better than the stated accuracy. Seiko tend to go a little bit wild with their claims and sort of downplay the accuracy of these watches. So you will find them to be much more accurate typically. But you can see here the date and day window, and I've kept them on the kanji version, which is pretty cool. Like I say, if you buy this from the guys at starbuy.com.au, then you will get the 2-dial variant, so English and kanji day settings. Okay, LumiBrite on the face, as we all know, absolutely huge luminescence from these watches in the dark if they've been sufficiently charged. We'll just see if we can get something for you here. I think you guys can see them. So pretty strong lumen. That was obviously only after a few seconds of putting it under an artificial light. So in daylight this thing will absolutely glow all night if you're giving it a good charge. Referring back to this particular watch, so as I said, that was the navy version, and this is the army version. All the specs are exactly the same, just the variant in the colour. The case, etc., still has that anodized finish. And one thing I sort of really want to touch on is this strap. As you can see, I'm stretching it there. It's a silicone strap, really, really comfortable to wear these straps. Seiko have really upped the game on these, in the past couple of years. We've gone from sort of like a hard rubber or something that's not very tactile to something that, they've probably learnt a little bit off Apple and their Apple Watch. If anybody out there has got an Apple Watch, you know what I'm talking about. Those Silicone straps are really nice and soft and fit on the skin really well, and Seiko seem to have taken a lot from their learnings. As you'd expect with Seiko, signed buckle and clasp, etc. Yeah, just a really, really nice watch. You know, they call this, I think, the Street Series, but for me, this is a really, really knockout piece for them. They've done some really good work with it. They've made it as a sensible size. They've given it some really unique styling with that bezel, you know, that acrylic bezel. Like I say, the matte, you can see that there, guys. Look, it's just really nice, and it contrasts very nicely with the case and the shiny glass. You know, this isn't a watch that's made for bling. This is a sort of a tool watch, and I think that matte bezel really gives it that effect. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the look at these watches. Like I say, they were from kindly loaned to us from Starbuy, so if you are interested, go and check them out. And look, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. Wish you all the best. Stay safe, stay healthy, and wear your watches in the best of health, guys. Take care. See ya.